Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Call Me When They Kiss. I'm Issa.
And I'm Sydney.
And if this is your first time joining us, every Friday, Sydney and I talk about a different romance movie or a TV show. And you can also join us the last Monday of every month when we review a romance book. And today we have a very special episode. We are doing 2 movies today. I was like, how do I segue to Pride Month? Happy Pride Month. Okay, yeah. Sydney, why don't you tell us what movies we're talking about today?
Okay, so we just couldn't decide. So we decided to do a double feature of number 1, But I'm a Cheerleader, and number 2, The Broken Hearts Club. Technically, the title is literally The Broken Hearts Club, a romantic comedy.
Yeah. I noticed that, yeah.
But yeah, so it's a double feature for romantic comedies from the late 90s, early 2000s, similar era, that both feature queer relationships.
Yes, we definitely wanted to do some queer romances for Pride Month, and we were going to intersperse them throughout the month, but June is a crazy month. There's a new rom-com or romance series coming out literally every week this month, and it's just a lot to pack in. So that's why we decided to just combine these 2 movies into one episode and kick off Pride Month with these 2 queer romances. But I'm a Cheerleader came out in 1999. The Broken Hearts Club came out in 2000. So it's kind of the same era. And I think if anything, they're both happy movies for the most part. The Broken Hearts Club has a couple sad moments, but they're both more optimistic queer romances as opposed to depressing ones like Brokeback Mountain. I think it was a good change of pace from Brokeback Mountain. And I did end up liking both movies.
Yeah.
So, okay, so like Sydney said, it's 11 p.m. We've actually already recorded a huge chunk of this episode. We had a special guest on to discuss But I'm a Cheerleader. Sydney introduced our guest in the interview
You'll
portion,
hear it in a second.
Yeah, you'll hear it in a second. But we wanted to re-record another little intro because, yeah, we had those housekeeping things we wanted to talk about. Speaking of housekeeping things, we're also doing 2 books this month.
Oh, yeah.
Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then Boyfriend Material. I forgot the author of that
Alexis
one.
Hall.
Alexis Hall. Atmosphere is a lesbian love story, and Boyfriend Material is a gay love story. So we're staying on theme with June.
Yes. And then next week we'll be doing our movie episode on Office Romance. That comes out today, June 5th. It's on Netflix, starring Brett Goldstein and Jennifer Lopez. So once you finish this episode, you should go and watch that movie and get ready for our next movie episode.
Before we get into But I'm a Cheerleader with our guest, Sydney and I each have something we want to get off our chest. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go
I'll share
first?
mine first because it's really short and simple.
Okay.
It was just this cute little moment I had. We did a little staycation this weekend, and so we stayed at a hotel, and this little girl comes. Okay, she's not that little. Maybe she was like 10 or 11, but I'm at the elevator, and she walks by, and she's wearing a Twilight shirt, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I like your shirt." And her brother was like, "You like Twilight?" And I was like, I love Twilight. I'm like, I was just wearing my shirt the other day. And I don't know if they were visiting, where they were visiting from for them to be at this hotel in Utah. But I was like, next trip you take, you'll need to go to Forks. And she was like, oh my gosh, have you been? I said, yeah, I'm from Washington. And she's like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And it was just this cute little
Aww.
fangirl moment with this 10-year-old. And And, I'm turning 30 in a couple months. Issa keeps, trying to avoid our 30s, and she keeps saying that we are 28. We are not 28. I'm about to turn 30. Um, but it was just, so cute that this girl, 10, 20 years younger than me, that we are still bonding over Twilight.
Aw, that's really
And,
sweet.
I just loved seeing, this younger generation is still, um loving it as much as we did, It was
That's
cute.
so cute.
And you needed a little rant sesh, right?
Okay. I just I just have been feeling annoyed about something. And this is my listen, you guys. I try to be self-aware. This is my overly woke take of the day, okay? I know that I'm annoying. Okay. So, obviously we just watched Off Campus and we enjoyed it. We really liked it. And I had a long drive over the weekend and I was listening to the Heated Rivalry soundtrack. And all of a sudden, I just was getting so annoyed with my friends. And listen, I know I know that if they listen, they're going to know I'm talking about them. So I just want you guys to know I do love you, but I'm feeling kind of annoyed with my friends that love Bridgerton, love The Summer I Turned Pretty, and in particular love Off Campus, but they still haven't watched Heated Rivalry. And I'm
Which
just
is
kind of
superior than every show that you just mentioned.
no, objectively, it is the best show. The best
Yeah.
acting, the best, just overall production. I just was, feeling so exasperated. And I'm like, tell me why. Tell me why you haven't watched it yet.
It's so good. And like you said, Heated Rivalry is objectively a better show. You can say that you like Off Campus and you love Off Campus. That's fine. It was cute. It was fun. It had some good moments. You can love it with all your heart. That doesn't change the fact that Heated Rivalry is a better show. You know what I mean?
And that's why, I specifically am talking about because, I have a lot of other friends. Maybe not a lot because most of my friends do love romance and we all watch the same shows. But I have a few other friends that they've never seen Bridgerton. They've never seen The Summer I Turned Pretty. They've never seen Off Campus. So I know that's not really their vibe. They don't really care about romance. Those aren't really the types of shows that they like to watch. But that's why I specifically feel frustrated with my friends that I know they love romance. They're not afraid of raunchy shows or smutty books. So I don't think they can blame it on the sex and Heated Rivalry. I'm it just feels homophobic. I'm sorry.
The first 2 episodes of Heated Rivalry, I can understand why people would feel like the sex is greater than the plot. I will say, if you start it, and even if you're not a fan of Bridgerton because of all the sex and you feel the same way, just get through the first 2 episodes and you start to see the story that it's telling, I don't know if that's why people, some people have stopped or maybe not made it all the way through, but it's so good.
Well, and the last thing I'll say, my final pitch. Like I said, I was listening to the soundtrack in the car, and I genuinely get goosebumps every time I listen to I'll Believe in Anything. And I was just thinking about that whole scene, and not even just Scott and Kip and their big moment that they have, but even just Ilya and Shane's faces as they are watching this happen out on the ice, and just the awe that they have. It's so good,
I get
you guys.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Next to that scene, the club scene is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And, if you need to be sold in the most simplest of ways, the men are hotter.
No, and I'm sorry that we're going back to judging men's looks, but like one of our friends in our group chat, she was because I said something about how I didn't necessarily think that Dean from Off Campus was that attractive, and one of our friends was like, oh my gosh, he said you're so crazy, he is so hot, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, but you haven't seen Scott Hunter or Ilya Rosanov.
Ilya.
You guys, I say this every week, but I was a Conrad Fisher psycho person. But I concede, like, yeah, the men in Heated Rivalry are way hotter.
Yeah. Honestly, if one of those leading men of Heated Rivalry isn't cast in a rom-com within the next like 12 months, I'd say to casting directors everywhere, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, at least get one of them into movies.
Okay, well, that's what I needed to say and what
Okay.
I needed to get off my chest. And Sydney, if you think we need to cut any of that out,
Not at all.
then okay.
We're speaking our minds.
We're speaking our truth. And my
Yeah.
friends that feel
Oh.
called out in this moment, I still love you guys, okay?
So now we will play our interview with our very, very special guest, Rachel. I would say more, but I literally introduce her in this, so I'm just gonna play it and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
This is a very special episode because Rachel is one of my very, very best friends. We're both from Washington. We met over 10 years ago. We both went to school together. We both wound up back in Utah together. And we've just been friends for so long now. And she's back in Washington. But we're so happy to have her on this episode. Rachel, is there anything you want to say about yourself?
Oh my goodness. Not really. I'm excited to be a part of the podcast. I love it. Yeah, so I'm excited. I don't know.
We need to ask Rachel what title she would like to give herself. Because
Oh,
when we
yeah.
had Parker and Kylan on,
Oh.
they called themselves our gay correspondents. So
Yeah.
we need to be
Oh.
thinking
Do you
of
want a
a
nickname?
title for you.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're gonna classify themselves as gay, then I have to be the lesbian something. So I don't know.
Our lesbian liaison
Oh, perfect. That's
a
it.
good one.
in
That's it.
alliteration.
I love it. Yes, yes.
That's a good name. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, Rachel, we should probably give some context
Yeah.
as to like why
The
you're
podcast
on
is
this
just so
episode.
gay now, all of a sudden.
Yeah. We're like, she's lesbian.
Hey everyone! Everyone's watching like, why does this matter? Like,
So today we're reviewing 2 gay movies actually, but Rachel, we really are so gay now. I love this. But the first one we're going to be talking about with Rachel is But I'm a Cheerleader, which, if you don't know, it has gone down in history as a cult classic and iconic in lesbian media, I guess. And so, you know, Issa and I can talk forever about everything, but we figured why not invite a friend on and get her perspective too. So we're super excited to chat about this movie.
Well, genuinely, it really did help, I feel like, to have Parker and Kylan there when we were talking about Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
So much so that, okay, so in this episode, we're talking about 2 different movies, and the next one we're talking about is The Broken Hearts Club. And I'm, like, kind of nervous to not have Parker and Kylan here.
I know.
Like, as I was watching it, I, like, had questions for them.
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, that's true. Honestly, after we did our first one with the guest, I was like, wow, I like having guests and like hearing perspectives, especially when it's from somebody that has like a unique lived experience that we don't, like in a film, you know?
well, I think that's the thing with like queer media is I feel like being like someone watching it who doesn't relate, they can be like, oh my gosh, and they can interpret it however they're interpreting it. But unless you're like have lived it, it is different. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. Just you can like pick up on things like in a different perspective, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. So before we get started talking about our movies, we thought we'd do a couple little fun games and activities. You know how Issa and I love our Kiss, Marry, Kills. We sporadically do this in so many episodes. So I came up with a cheerleading version of Kiss, Marry, Kill. And we have Quinn, Diana Agron from Glee. We have Mandy Moore. What's her name? From Princess Diaries?
Oh yeah.
Is it Anna?
Oh.
Fantana? Hannah? I don't know which
I
one
don't
she is. Whoever Mandy Moore's name is in Princess Diaries, and Megan Fox in Jennifer's Body. Kiss, Marry,
Her name's
Kill.
Lana.
Lana.
What a name. Wow.
Yeah, I would not have come up with that.
That's a weird name, actually.
But
Like
it's
if you were like
it
a casting call, we're here for
Yeah.
Lana. Ooh, yikes.
Yeah, so feel free to call them their celebrity names. We, like, rarely refer to people as, like, the name of the character in the movie, so
Wait,
Megan
pause.
Fox
Have you guys seen Jennifer's Body?
I
I have
haven't.
not. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I just know she's a hot cheerleader.
Okay.
No.
I've seen snippets. Like I feel like I've seen the movie, but no, I haven't actually sat down and watched it.
Issa was probably gonna be shocked because she knows that I don't like anything with blood.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking we should do that movie in October.
Okay.
Oh,
But then I was having FOMO that you guys had already watched it without me. Okay.
No, I haven't
Anyway.
watched it.
But
Okay,
the
so
point
Kiss, Marry,
is, they're
Kill.
hot cheerleaders.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, is this for me?
Yeah,
this is
you
for you.
specifically.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
I mean,
okay.
we'll do it too, but you start.
Everyone's silent all of a sudden. I'm like, wow, I'm excited for everyone's perspective. No. Okay. Kiss, Marry, Kill. Okay, I would kill Mandy Moore simply because she's super annoying in the singing scene on the beach. That's it.
Valid.
I kiss, Marry, Kill. Kiss. I would kiss. Oh, this is hard. Well, I can't marry another blonde. That's so weird, you guys. Like, that's actually yucky. Like, that's so weird. Have you seen two blondes together?
Wait,
That's like,
really?
Issa's
what?
married to a blonde.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
I just feel like. Okay.
We
I
would
don't
look
know.
like twins. From
I
the
could-
side, from the back, yucky. I think when I say that, it's because I'm not attracted to myself, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. But again, I can't really speak for everyone else.
No, that makes sense.
But we
Okay,
digress.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said okay. So you said you couldn't be with another blonde.
Yeah, because I feel like it'd be just looking in the mirror, and I don't know. But she's hot, so I'd kiss her, and then
Okay.
I would marry Megan Fox.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you go first, Issa.
I would also kill Mandy Moore. I would kiss Megan Fox, and I would marry Diana Agron.
And I'm different from all of you. I would kill Diana Agron, kiss Megan Fox, marry Mandy Moore.
Oh,
But-
you're really
but-
into the singing, huh?
Well, I am like
Wow.
I am taking them
Because
out
you
of their
look like
characters
her,
a little
so
bit.
you're attracted to you.
I look like Mandy Moore.
Out of the three.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Sydney looks in the mirror and she goes, "Yep."
All right,
guess that's true.
We've
I
got a
forget she has brown
narcissist
hair.
over here.
No, when I say Mandy Moore though, I am defaulting a little bit more to like Rapunzel and like A Walk to Remember and like the nice characters and not so much her character in Princess Diaries as a cheerleader. But yeah. Okay, well
Wait, I already need to sidetrack us. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
what?
I just have so many questions for our lesbian liaison.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, like, are you like attracted to Megan Fox? Because I feel like every straight guy is like obsessed with her. So how do you as a lesbian feel?
I think that conventionally she's like really attractive, but she's not someone that I look at where I'm like she's not like someone that I was like when I was younger being like, oh, maybe I like girls because she's so hot.
Okay,
like no,
okay.
she's not. No, she's like not my type at all. But like conventionally she's attractive, just as I can see like a guy and be like, oh yeah, like conventionally that's an attractive guy. Do I want to sleep with them or do they make me excited? No, but you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
follow-up question. I've been told that me and Sydney's by another lesbian.
Mhm.
I've been told that our girl crushes are very like straight coded. So
well, I need an example.
right. So like mine, I would say Miley Cyrus, and Sydney, who did you say?
I think I said Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I
On a
mean-
scale from 1 to 10, how straight coded are those answers?
Oh, I mean, I feel like there are people who want to be like perceived as like, no, I'm saying Florence Pugh, so I'm like different, you know. But they're on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being straight, probably like an 8, 7, 8.
Okay. so pretty straight
Like, give
coded.
me someone in the WNBA and we'll talk. Like, you know,
Okay.
Do you guys want to know a hot person in my perspective? If you don't know who this is, I need you to look up your phone right now. Shane from the L Word. If you don't know who Shane from the L Word is, then I mean you're gonna look this up and you might be like, oh my goodness, no, you don't get it. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You know who she's kind of
giving
giving though?
Kristen Stewart.
Yes. And Kristen Stewart is so fine. I was just telling Melissa, my girlfriend, this. I'm like, Kristen Stewart, like Twilight? No. Kristen Stewart now with the blonde, when you see her like on the red carpet, just
Yeah.
bogging the camp. Yeah, she's fine.
Okay, so who are your top 3 celebrity crushes?
Well, my number one celebrity crush is Paige Beckers
I have to
from
Google.
the WNBA. Now, and mind you, she's blonde, so take out everything that I just said. But it's her energy. So
She's cute.
Is she gay?
yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we love Paige Beckers. She was here I am just spewing off random stuff about her statistics that is so unnecessary. But she's a really good basketball player.
Love it.
She's
Okay.
cute.
Yes.
So she's your number one. Is there anyone else?
Yes, she's definitely my number one. Honestly, if I'm just going off of like who my edits are of on TikTok, it's like all Paige. There's a lot of Shane from the L Word. Yeah, those are the only
Is
two.
the L Word a show or a movie?
Yes. Oh no, it's a TV show. It has multiple seasons. It's like it took place in the early 2000s. It follows like a community of like queer women, like lesbians, and like they're all friends and kind of like their lives and everything. It's a really good show, and it's
I've
actually
never
very
heard of it.
progressive for the time. So like
Oh,
it was
cool.
filmed so long ago, and it's like it was a very progressive show. It's really good.
Oh yeah, 2004.
Yeah.
We'll have to add it to our
Cool.
list. I'm realizing, like, when we were trying to pick 2 movies to do, I realized that it's a lot easier to find TV shows that either include gay characters or are just, like, queer-centered than
Yeah.
it is to find movies.
Well, it's even like in Pretty Little Liars. Remember Emily?
Yeah.
She was gay, and that was like the first representation that I remember in like a TV show growing up in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Rachel,
true.
have you seen the Sex Lives of College Girls with Renee Rapp?
No, I actually haven't, but I know a lot of people who talk about it, and it's funny because wasn't she like supposed to be someone who was like straight, but like in it, or she was playing a gay person, or she hadn't come out in real life at that time, and then she came out while filming the show, I believe.
Oh,
I could be so wrong.
I actually was wondering about the timeline of her coming out. I wasn't
I
sure.
could be so wrong. There's going to be like lesbians watching this being like, who is this lesbian? She doesn't know anything. But I believe that there was something like that. I don't know.
We accused
No, I
Parker and
believe
Kylan
you.
of not being real gays either, so there has to be a moment where it's questioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she plays like a very like straight coded character, and that's why she's like, well, part of the reason why she's like so scared to come out. But yeah, she's really funny in it. You should. I like it. I just started watching it like last week, and I'm already like halfway through season 2, and yeah, it's really funny.
I've heard it's good. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I bet you'd like it.
Oh! I have another celebrity crush. Oh, how did I forget? Oh my gosh! Emma Darcy. Emma Darcy.
Yeah.
Oh, big one. Oh yeah. They're very like in the show. Obviously, they have like a wig on and everything, but then in like their normal everyday life, it's very much like
very different.
Yeah.
I almost didn't
obsessed.
even recognize them. And when you were saying Game of Thrones, a picture came up, and I was like, oh, like almost unrecognizable.
Yes. I'm obsessed. I love Emma Darcy.
Did you have any other Kiss, Marry, Kills for Rachel?
No, I just planned the one.
Oh, okay.
So should we dive into the movie?
Yes.
So was this your first time watching it all the way through then? You said you'd seen clips before, or had you watched it before?
So no, I hadn't watched it fully all the way through. I had seen a lot of clips. I knew what it was about, but this is the first time I actually sat down, start to finish, watched it in one sitting. Yeah, which was a different experience than before, because before I hadn't come out, but I have come out now, and so it was a different experience than from what I remember.
Yeah. And this is the first time you saw it, right, Issa?
Yes, this was my first time.
I don't think I've ever even seen clips of it until this year. I think like just recently I saw like literally the clip where she's like, but I'm a cheerleader, you know? And like that was it. And honestly, I'm surprised because it is so campy and
Yeah.
I think like quotable that I'm surprised that it hasn't kind of resurfaced in pop culture more. But I guess that also could just be like my For You page. But yeah, so what did you feel watching the movie then? Like, obviously, it's a satire and it's a comedy, but did you feel funny? Did you feel sad? Did you feel frustrated at anything? Like, what were your overall feelings while watching it?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I actually think I felt like every emotion. I knew that it was a comedy. I knew that it's very campy. It's very over the top, both ends of the spectrum. But I think that I actually felt like emotional, which is so weird because it's such like a satire movie. But I just think that it's funny. I live with my girlfriend, and after I was watching it, I couldn't sleep, and so I was watching it early this like in the middle of the night last night, and I came into bed and I was crying. And I was like, she was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I think it kind of hit me because I don't know, like, it's a funny movie, but I think that the message is still very much like, it's bad to be gay, you know, like, or that's like what like, it's not good, gay is bad, but then it's like, no, it's okay to be gay. But I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about the movie, but I was happy, I was sad, I laughed, I cried. There was lots of emotion.
I think that like the satire hits differently depending on the audience of who's watching it, you know? Because if somebody that say is like on that extreme kind of anti-spectrum, they might watch this and think, oh my gosh, is this hopefully I feel like the purpose of them making the over the top satire is that other people like that would watch it and think like, oh my gosh, is this what I look like I need to
Yeah.
change. But coming from like your perspective watching it, like even though you know it's making a joke of it, it probably still hits close to home
Well, and I
because
think
of the themes.
also though, I think it's because I recently came out. I mean, I only
Yeah.
came out to like my family and everything like I don't know, at the beginning of this year. So I think that if I watch it again in 3 years, 5 years, I'll have a completely different outlook. But as someone who has been struggling internally for so long and just recently came out and just recently had to face backlash and like maybe some negativity from people, and just watching something where someone's kind of hearing all those similar things because it's so fresh, I think maybe that's why it was kind of like, oh, like I don't want to hear this, but ask me in 2 years, and I'm sure it'll be way different. So
Yeah. What did you think, Issa? How did you perceive everything?
Um, I thought it was really funny.
That's what I
no,
said.
it is.
That's what
It
I
is
said to
really
Rachel
funny.
too. So
What?
No, it is funny.
What'd you say, Sydney?
that's what I said to Rachel when I was texting. This is the conversation we had.
Oh.
I said, "Oh, I just finished it. It was really funny." And then she told me that, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, those are really good points." But I said the same thing. I was like, "It was
She's
so
like,
funny."
Isn't that a hilarious movie? And I'm like, I hated it. No, I'm just kidding.
But I think that's like exactly why we wanted to have you on the podcast, you know? Because
Yeah.
like we haven't lived that. Like we haven't had to go through that.
Yeah.
Like we saw the pain that it was causing those characters, and us from the outside, you know, like because it's kind of masked in this campy comedy, you know, we can laugh and have fun with it, but like you're like, wait, I actually lived this. And like
Yeah.
like you know, maybe you've had friends or family members say the same things that these friends and family members said to them that were really hurtful things, you know? And so like, yeah, it's the whole point of why we wanted to have you on it, is because we could totally enjoy films in different ways depending on our own lived experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Issa, what parts then did you think were funny?
Well, right off the bat at the beginning when her boyfriend was trying to make out with her, and then it was like cutting to like what she was thinking about the cheerleaders.
Like the slow-mo.
And I was watching with my sister, and we invited my husband to watch it with us. And we just said, oh, do you want to watch a rom-com with us? And I don't think he would have said no if we told him what it was actually about. But like, we just thought it'd be kind of funny to just like turn on the rom-com and like see how he would react. And like like 2 seconds in, he was like, oh, I get it. But he like stayed and watched the whole movie, and yeah, we were all laughing and having fun. The other part that I thought was funny, but now I'm like, well, maybe it's not that funny.
No, I'm sure it is funny. It is a very funny movie. They're all scared to talk now.
When they made them go protest.
Oh my gosh, at like the gay like house.
And they had the signs that were like, dicks are for chicks. And then and Graham, the the love interest girl, she like threw a rock or something, and then what's the bossy lady or the head lady, Mary, she was like, good shot, Graham.
Yeah.
That was one of my
Also,
favorite
it's funny
parts.
that Mary's son is like the gayest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man, like he's so gay.
Yeah, that was funny.
You know, the girl
oh my
shocking
gosh,
herself in bed. I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about
what's
that.
happening?
That was so funny.
Guys, I was watching this in the gym this morning. I walked the whole entire time I watched it, 3.7 miles.
Good job.
And
Nice.
there were a couple scenes of that I'm like turning down my brightness. And like I'm like make sure like I was like, what is she doing? She's zapping herself? And I was like, oh, like, let's turn down the brightness just in case. I was like so shy, like watching it all in public.
Okay, so I watched it on Amazon and I watched the director's cut. Did you guys watch that?
No, but I wish I would have.
No, I saw that was on there, and now I wish I would have watched it since you watched it.
I don't think I've ever seen like the original. Like I can't decipher what's not and what is. So I looked up like what's in the director's cut, and they said it was like it's an additional 7 minutes, more of like her and Graham's sex scene, and then also her like masturbating. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's like longer in the version I saw.
I didn't see it.
I guess.
I read about it though because they wanted to give it like an MP17 rating, and they took those scenes out so that it would be rated R and not like the worse rating than rated R. But the director
went on, crazy because it wasn't bad.
Yeah, exactly. She went on, she was in a documentary, actually. I can't remember what it's called, and I should have been more prepared. But it was all about, like, different ratings or whatever. But she was talking about how she felt like this film was discriminated against and, like, held to harsher, like, rating standards because it was a queer relationship, even though, like, other movies had shown just as much before.
Well, Grease is rated like G or something, PG, and they're having sex in the car, rolling around with a condom, and they're like barely showing like anything really in this movie. And for it to be like rated to that extreme is, I don't know, it was a little. I thought there would be more, and there wasn't.
I was like, this is rated R? Literally, why?
Yeah.
I can't remember how many times they said the F word, but
I don't know.
Yeah. I could tell, like, right from the beginning. Like, I'm not kidding. That's why. Yeah. No, Isa, I had the same reaction. When I texted Rachel, I was like, oh. Because I was, like, smiling, like, the whole entire time. I think that, like, RuPaul playing, like, this camp leader was just, like, the perfect choice. Like, only him, like, he just makes that perfect. I'm not sure if anyone else can, like, play that role and, like, have it not be offensive. Do you know what I mean? But because it's RuPaul, like, it just works. I think one of the very first jokes that actually made me, like, snort out, like, a vocal laugh, it's, like, when they're doing the intervention, she's like, what do you mean? Like, why do you think I'm a lesbian? And they're like, really? Tofu? But that they were, like, grasping at things like that I'm like, really? Like, the fact that she eats tofu and has, like, this flower on her pillow that looks like a vagina. But, yeah, I thought it was funny, but also, like, I said this to Rachel, too, like, the things that they were saying to, quote, to try to, like, attack her were, like, so stereotypical, and honestly the things that people still say now, like even 20 years later, they're like, oh, they've been indoctrinated at those liberal colleges. Like, people are still saying that today, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, move on. And so it is crazy to, like, that this movie came out 20 years ago, and that all of the comments being made feels like it could have been made today.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the
definitely.
part for me, the first part, because I agree, it was so funny. I was laughing. The first part that I was kind of like, oh, like not like bad, but just kind of like, it's something to have a different perspective on. As someone who just came out, is I feel like for so long I was like, oh, maybe I can just find a guy, get married, and like be happy or whatever. And then because that's like what you think you want. And when she's watching the video of when she first got in the camp, and there's like showing like that lesbian woman who became straight and then got married and got so happy she met a guy, and it shows her like at her wedding photo, and it's like zoomed in on her, and it shows uh Natasha or whatever her name is in the movie, I forget, but she's like sobbing, crying, like, this is what I want. Like, 'cause she's like so happy because this lesbian got married to a man, obviously found the right man. And I think that that's something that I've even heard like already, like, oh, you just haven't met the right guy, or you
Oh
just
my
gave up
gosh.
on guys. So like, did you just not find the right guy? So you switched to girls? Or, I mean, people just say like random
That's
stuff like that.
crazy.
Yeah. Like in 2026, I think it is
Yeah.
really wild to say something like that, but I have heard it. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, like,
Also, like, you're like literally so beautiful, Rachel. Like, as if you would have a hard time finding a man if you wanted one is
Oh,
like
thank
just
you.
so crazy.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
I actually like wondered yeah, like what elements you would before I didn't okay, I knew the movie was a comedy. I didn't know like how over the top and satirical it was. And so before I watched it, I was like, "Oh, I wonder like how much of this Rachel will relate to." I mean, and you kind of mentioned this. I don't know if it was before we started recording or not, but the like you have a certain appearance of like you're blonde and you do your makeup and you're very girly girl and things like that. Well, actually, I wouldn't call you you're aesthetically more times than less very girly girl. Rachel
Careful what you
loves
say. No, I'm
sports.
just kidding.
Well, yeah, well, I'm saying like
I'm kidding.
no,
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, well, actually, Rachel's not super girly girl. And actually, it's funny because, like, before you came out, I remember, like, we were talking about just, like, our style and things like that. And Rachel, it was, like, in a group chat, a couple of us. And Rachel was just, like, randomly like, sometimes I like to dress like a lesbian. And
I was just talking about this with my brother. He was like yesterday, like how we would be out at dinner and I'm like in like my flannels and my beanies, which mind you, I've always like worn whatever.
yeah.
And I'd be like, do you guys think I'm gay right now? And they're like, I don't know. And I was like, just wondering.
No, I feel like I've had a chat. Like, I feel like we've been FaceTiming, and you've said that to me before. Like, do you think I look gay? And I'm like, I mean, if you want to look gay,
She's like, please say yes, please say yes, please say yes.
I don't know why I always did that. Like, it was so weird.
yeah. But I thought like. Again, before I saw the movie, I thought like, oh, I wonder if she'd relate to this aspect of like, but I'm a cheerleader, you know?
Yeah. I think I relate to that for sure. Cause like I said, I don't know if it was before we were filming, but just the other day at work, there's someone I work with who's also queer, and they just recently found out that I was as well. And I don't know, I was a little offended. They were like, really? Wow, like I would have never guessed. Like, what? Like, what? And they kept saying that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so weird to say, like, to
Yeah.
anyone, like, regardless of who they're with. Like, could you imagine someone like one of you showing like your spouse to like someone and being like, what? Like, you're straight and you're with him? I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird.
That's funny
don't know,
that
that's
was
so true.
coming even from another queer person.
I know.
So, with the romance, because of course
Mhm.
this is a romance podcast,
Yes.
do you
yes.
feel like the romantic storyline of, I remember Graham's name. What is Natasha's name?
Yeah, what was it? I'll look it up really quick.
Oh my gosh, we're so bad at names on this podcast.
Yeah, I keep wanting to call her Natasha. Can I just say it's so funny? She is in a lot of queer media, and isn't she straight?
She is straight, but Graham is not. And she actually, when they were filming this movie, she said she was extremely in the closet, but that she came out publicly in 2016. So it's crazy that
wow.
like it
Oh,
still took like
wow.
a whole decade after making this movie that she felt like comfortable enough to come out.
Natasha Lyonne's name was Megan, by the way.
Megan.
Okay, so Megan and Graham, do you feel like, despite like the over-the-top humor and satire and everything like that, do you feel like their romantic storyline still felt like that they still got their shining moment? Do you know what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I think that I'm sure it's the same. I don't know. I'm sure it's the same. And when you guys met your husbands and stuff, but I do think that there's an element to like yearning a little bit when you are gay, especially like when you're like for me before I came out. I met my girlfriend at work, and I think that there was elements of like you kind of like yearn for that person and you watch them closely and you know what you want but you feel like you can't have it. And I think that there were many scenes in the movies when you can see like Graham looking at Megan or Megan looking at Graham where you can actually like see like them like yearning or like the desire for each other that's unsaid. And I really like that. It felt very real.
Issa always says this, but she says like, if you couldn't see me, I was nodding vigorously, and that was me. Like I actually had to like stop because I felt like I was like a bobblehead. I'm like, yes. But yeah, I agree. Like I think that there were still some like really sweet moments between them. Like when the movie wasn't being over the top, it had some really sincere moments of like I liked when they were like cleaning the floor and they like their arms were crossed and they just kind of like got closer and closer.
Yes.
And
I loved it when they went to, what was it, Cocksucker? But
Yeah.
they went to that, I don't know if I should say that on this podcast. I'm very sorry. But when they went to that bar and Graham was starting to dance with that other girl.
Oh yeah.
And Megan got like upset and left. Obviously she was just upset because she was jealous. I liked that scene too. Because you could tell instantly like that's what it was. And I liked that. It felt very real, very genuine.
I really liked when they snuck back in after going to Cocksucker and they like hurried and got in bed and were
yeah.
hiding because Mary was coming. But then
Mhm.
after Mary came in and checked, then Graham like hopped out of bed and like
Yes.
kissed Megan goodnight and then like
Yeah.
ran back to bed. That was so cute.
That was really
Yep.
cute.
Mhm.
So what would we rate their first kiss on a scale of 1 through 5, 5 being the best?
Was
The
their
first
first kiss
kiss-
outside of Cocksucker?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh, I actually really liked it because when Megan was like, I don't know, she was all upset and she's like, "What do you want?" And Graham was like, you know, like, I don't know how she
You want me
said
to
it, but
show
she
you
was
what I
like,
want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she kissed her. I
Yeah.
mean, I like that kind of like aggression. Have you guys seen New Girl? It's like when
Yes.
Nick grabs Jess to kiss her. It's like, that's such a good kiss. And I liked this too. It was kind of like, I don't know.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Jess and Nick, their first kiss is like one of the best first kiss in like TV history. That was so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I love a good angry like yelling cut off kiss.
Yeah.
What do you think, Issa?
I actually thought all the kissing in this movie was good. I'd probably give their kiss like at least a 4 out of 5. And actually, I just remembered they kissed in Megan's dream.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And that was like
Yes.
that was a really romantic kiss actually.
Yeah.
I really liked that like the scenes of their physical intimacy, their kisses and like when they had sex for the first time were very like romantic, and I feel like it was a really good contrast to her experiences with her boyfriend at the beginning.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Like I think that was like very intentional to show like that like this was like a completely different experience, and that it wasn't just like something physical, but like a romantic, like loving experience.
Do you guys remember that scene when they're like in a class or training and Graham kind of put like her hand on
Yeah.
Megan's arm? Like even little embraces like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah, I think they did a good job at like giving us a really tender love story
Within this crazy campy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys say your ratings of the kiss?
Oh,
Mm,
no, I didn't. I would say, yeah, I would say 4.5 out of
yeah.
5. I thought it was really good.
We're always, like, scared to give things 5s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, yeah, I really liked it. I'd say at least a 4 too. So, okay, let's see, what was next on my questions? Okay,
Sorry, I told Sydney I would let her take the lead on this one.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
okay, so this is just something I kind of wanted to read because I actually went sort of out of order when we kind of I was trying to start, like, lighthearted, and then we kinda started, with the heavy, but I did wanna share this. So, the director who, by the way, filmed 5 episodes of My Lady Jane. That's,
Really?
like, the majority of the season. There's
Oh,
only, like, 8
wow. That's
episodes.
Yeah.
cool.
Have you watched My Lady Jane, Rachel?
No, but I know
Oh,
you keep talking about it.
it's
You
on
loved it.
Amazon. It's really good. You should watch it. But she wanted the main character to be a cheerleader because it is the pinnacle of the American dream and the American dream of femininity. And she wanted the film to represent the lesbian experience from the femme perspective, contrasting with several films of the time that represented a different perspective. So she also said that she wanted to satirize both the religious right and the gay community, but not feeling qualified to write the script herself, she brought in a screenwriter and recent graduate. He said that he wanted a film that would not only entertain people, but also anger them and encourage them to talk about the issues it raised. And so, while, like, yes, there are elements that we can laugh at, and yes, like, we can appreciate the romantic storyline, I think that, like, the feelings you were feeling, Rachel, are still really valid because the screenwriter wanted us to feel those feelings, and he wanted us to talk about these issues that it raises. Obviously, like conversion therapy and these send away camps and things like that. So I think that basically, I think what you're feeling is really valid, and that we should talk about it. Like, we should talk about the things that, like, that those characters were saying and how harmful it is, and, like, how hurtful it
Yeah.
can be, and, like, that is
Yeah.
that is a reality. What they were doing and saying was wrong, and that it shouldn't be something that's just kind of, like, brushed under the rug. I think that, like, if people do watch this movie and just laugh at it and don't, like, recognize that, then they're walking away with, like, the wrong message,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that that's kind of a hard call because it is just a very lighthearted, funny movie. I think that it's one of those things that if it doesn't really relate to you, then it's just like a funny movie, and it does have a good ending. I mean, I think that it's just the internal things that, like, I don't really know. I mean, it's hard to be like, this movie is a sad movie because it's not a sad movie, but yeah, I'm glad that the director said those things because there were elements where I was, like, literally in tears, like,
Yeah.
crying while watching the movie, which is crazy because it's a funny movie.
So I guess along those lines, and you can both share your thoughts on this. I'll ask this question both of you, but like I said at the beginning of the episode, the movie's often noted as, this iconic queer piece of media, and it's credited with helping raise awareness of the harms of conversion therapy. But some of the reviews were kind of mixed. So some people described the movie as having, like, oh my gosh. Some people describe the movie of having jaunty, superficial humor that tends more to confirm homosexual stereotypes for easy laughter than to skewer the horror of the conversion therapy. But other people called it an incredible comedy that redefined lesbian film. And so, walking away from this movie and, like, now looking back, do you feel like it accomplished its mission of, like, bringing light to the harms of conversion therapy and things like that, or do you think it leaned maybe too much into the comedy and leads some people to kind of miss that point?
What do you think, Issa? And then because I'm thinking.
Um, well, it's kind of like what we talked about in our Brokeback Mountain episode. Like, I think a lot of queer media is focused on being sad and tragic. And I think, I mean, this is me saying this as a straight person, but I think it's good that we have other ones that bring levity to it all. And I think not every movie has to accomplish every task. Like, if this movie was if they were setting out to like make a funny movie, I think that's okay. Maybe it didn't solve everything to do with conversion therapy, but that doesn't mean it didn't like start conversations and to a certain extent like normalize like queer media. Yeah. Did that answer the question?
Yeah. I think for me, the parts that like I felt were harmful, and again, this is coming from someone who just came out, and again, it probably would be different a few years from now. Um, I think it wasn't necessarily the conversion part, because I do believe that there's nothing that could make any gay person straight. And I think that I don't know. But I think the harmful parts were when the family would come and the family is talking to their children saying, like, we're going to disown you. Like, if you want to live this way, like, we're going to cut you off, no trust fund. And what got me, like, it sounds so silly to say because it's so lighthearted, but I actually teared up. And mind you, maybe because it was 3 in the morning and I started my period today.
So did
But
I.
oh, we're always on the same.
Twinsies.
Yes.
Sorry.
But it's okay. It's when Megan got kicked out.
Yeah.
And she's like waiting to find out if Graham is gonna leave. And Graham, you don't really see the conversation between her and her parents and Mary. But when she comes out and she is like teary eyed and she looks at Megan, she's like, I'm sorry, like I
Yeah.
can't. I think that that was really hard because that is very real. I
Yeah.
think that there were elements in me coming out where I actually was terrible. I have a great relationship with my parents and my family, and I'm very grateful that they're supportive, but I was so scared to talk to them. And it was a very real possibility in my head that maybe I was going to be like, not like cut off, but maybe have a different relationship with people. And to see that played out in the movie, I do think just hit hard because I was just struggling with that. And that does happen to so many people. I have many queer friends that have been cut off, and I think it is very real.
Like seeing one of your worst fears like played out in a comedy.
I just
like
think,
you're like, yeah, it's a comedy, but like that's
but
real.
it's very
like
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's totally understandable.
Yeah. And isn't that, I mean, I can see how it'd be like tough to watch that, but I think in some ways that like can build empathy for other people that like don't know what that's like, but then they see it played out in the movie and they can grow their empathy.
I think it's helpful, actually. I see it as I was emotional because I related, but I think it's very helpful.
It's
Like you're saying,
personally triggering,
yes.
but
I just have some maybe other people in my life that could use a good watch. You know what I mean? I don't know.
This is basically what we say about like every queer piece of queer piece of media that we've read or watched lately. We're like, why can't everyone just watch this?
Yeah.
Like, I think that that's part of the problem in media is that it's been like so avoided for so long that it almost just like dehumanizes gay people, and like you don't just see them as like normal human with normal stories and like normal experiences. And
It's like Francesca's season of Bridgerton.
yeah,
I have a lot of like I know a lot of people who watch Bridgerton, and I've heard people say like, oh yeah, like I don't know if I'll watch like that season. Or you see the comments on social media, and it's the same thing. You know, people don't want to invest in that. You know,
it's just crazy, I think, how far we still need to go. Like I said, this movie came out 20 years ago, and in terms of media, I wouldn't say that we've progressed a ton. I think like most recently we've seen a little bit more, like with the popularity of heated rivalry, I guess, but like it's still not common to have them be like totally in the mainstream. And this wasn't. Like when this movie came out, it didn't do well critically, you know? It's only after the fact become a cult classic. And so I wonder like, okay, come on, like how much longer is this going to take?
Well, and I feel like, and I want to hear Rachel's thoughts on this, because I feel like lesbians, even more so than gay men, are still more stigmatized. Like if gay men have progressed like this far, as as far as like being accepted in like mainstream media and stuff. I feel like lesbians are still like a couple steps behind. But what do you think,
Yes.
Rachel?
I completely agree with that. As soon as you said heated rivalry, Sydney, I thought to myself, if they made heated rivalry again, the exact same show, same storyline, but two women, it wouldn't. I don't think it would have done as well, which is very sad. But I think it's because women in themselves are just so sexualized, straight or gay, and that's so sad that men, straight men, wouldn't. A lot of them get uncomfortable, I guess, watching gay men, but straight men, they like have fantasies about
Fetishize.
gay women.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's different because women are just the victim of being sexualized, gay or straight. And
Well, and I think even like besides the sexuality thing, like all women are just like fighting against the patriarchy as well.
Yeah.
And like,
Yes.
even like
Yes.
women's stories, like, they don't. Like all the movies we talk about this like every week, like all the movies in the movie theater are like quote unquote boy movies. So even like at that level, like just getting women's stories told is like harder than.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's like, I think it's really, people say, oh, people don't care as much about women's stories, but who's saying that? Because I care about women's stories.
Yeah.
Like men are still centered, period. Like gay or straight. Like they still have like one up in society. I actually don't. I was gonna say I'd be curious. I don't want to talk to a man that hates women and hates gay people. Obviously, I don't want them anywhere near me. But I'm almost like, I was gonna say, like, I'm almost curious, like in their mind, who do they hate more, like a gay guy or even a straight woman?
Get on Reddit. I'm sure you could find some incel like thread.
Yeah, no, literally.
But I was gonna, you said to build off what you were saying, just in general life, patriarchy. I do think not to bring like sports into it, but women's sports to compare to men's sports it's actually crazy. Like in pay, in the way that people talk about it, treat it. When these athletes are like the highest caliber athletes like in the world, people still discredit women versus men.
Did you finish Atmosphere, Rachel? Not yet?
No, I haven't even started it. I got like first chapter in. I need to. Yeah.
You really do need to.
I really know. I know. Isa, have you read Atmosphere?
No, but I'm about to start it as well. It's our June book of the month.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so that was actually all the questions that I had. I just was gonna have like one last little fun fact that like I couldn't really find a way to like segue it in, but I just wanted to say it, is that Michelle Williams was already filming Dawson's Creek when she was in this movie, but she somehow got a hold of the script and loved it so much and wanted to be a part of it so much that she took a leave of absence from Dawson's Creek just for her little part in this movie. So
what an ally.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle Williams.
I was gonna say she has such a minor part.
Is she queer?
No, she was married to Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, because they
have a child together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, she's just a cool girl, I guess.
Wait, can you tell me the timeline? That was filmed then before her and Heath Ledger were in
Brokeback Mountain was filmed in 2005 and came out in 2006, and then this movie came out in 1999.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
yes.
Sorry. No, I was about to change the subject. What were you going to say?
I was going to say for 1999, that's very progressive. Like that's like it. I love what they did for it to be 1999. Like, movies like that just weren't made.
I was thinking about how crazy it must be to be RuPaul and to go from like you've always been gay and you've always been like an icon for like the queer community and you're in these like indie queer movies like But I'm a Cheerleader, and now like RuPaul now and like his whole empire that he has, like that must be so crazy to like see the progression over the decades like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always been an icon the whole time.
Yes, he has.
I know.
He's like one of the best people in this movie, in that whole movie.
Yeah.
He looks like such a sweet guy too. Like something about him and his smile, like I just want to give him a hug. I like him a lot.
I also wanted to know your guys' thoughts on her doing a little cheer at the graduation.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a cute cheer, but I thought she's not a very good cheerleader. It was so
I'm like, you brought your whole
nonchalant.
outfit? Like, why'd you bring your whole
Yes.
outfit with you?
That too. She
I thought
brought
it was sweet only because Graham was like, I'd love to see you cheer sometime.
Yeah.
But you guys, when she started turning around the corner just holding the pom-poms, I was like, is she about to be like naked right now? Like, what's happening? But then she was in her outfit and I was like, oh, okay.
that
Also,
would have been
Sydney,
iconic though.
this is going back like 10 minutes ago, but when you were reading that quote from the director about how she wanted the main character to be a cheerleader because it's like the most stereotypical, like straight-coded American feminine thing she could think of, that's just like Brokeback Mountain
With the
and
cowboys.
making
Yeah.
the American West, the cowboys, the most manly
That's
men
so true.
Mhm.
gay.
Which I kind of gay, which I kind of like though, because it does show like what we talked about way earlier is that like there's no look to being
Right.
gay.
Yeah.
But it is funny that they chose that.
Well, and it's like straight people just assume that everybody's straight, and especially in
Mhm.
like certain demographics, and it's
Yeah.
like queer people have always existed and they exist in every space.
Yes, yeah.
I think like every single cheerleader on Glee was gay, but no, but you know that like little, it's like magazines used to do this where it would show like Hillary Duff taking out the trash and being like, they're just like us. Like that's what I feel like these movies do for like gay people. They're like, look, they're just like us. Like they can be cheerleaders and they can be cowboys and they're just normal people, you know?
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, do you have
Well,
any
thank you so much.
Do you have any final thoughts? Anything you wanted to add, Rachel?
No, I think this was great. I think it's good having the different perspectives, and I'm actually really excited. I honestly think that if I were to even watch the movie right now, I probably wouldn't be as emotional as I was at 3 a.m. But no, I loved the movie. I think that it's iconic in every way.
Yeah. No, I can definitely understand what parts would have made you sad though.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's our so we actually haven't done this the last couple of episodes. I don't know if you've realized, Issa, but we rate overall, we rated The Kiss. We rate, what am I missing?
The
The
kiss,
meet
the
cute.
chemistry, the
Chemistry.
meet cute, and the movie overall.
So what would you rate the movie overall, and what would you rate their chemistry?
Out of 10 or 5?
A 5.
Overall, the movie, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. And their chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
I would give their chemistry a 4.5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I'd say their chemistry was really good.
Yeah. Issa?
I agree. I think I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. But yeah, I would give their chemistry like 5 out of 5. It was really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you
All the
think the
same.
couple, do you think they'll stay together forever?
Oh, yeah, we do talk about that too.
Yeah, I do.
You think they'll
I
live
think they
happily
can
ever
be.
after?
Yeah, I think so. Do
I'm
you?
trying to decide. They're so
Yeah,
young.
why not?
No, I can totally see them like going off to college and staying together.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
like balance each other out. I'm always like
Yeah.
a big supporter of relationships with opposite dynamics that just balance each other perfect. So
I have a question for both of you guys. Just as we end this segment on this movie and before I leave, you know how they say, like, in, I guess, straight relationships, they say the man should like the woman more than the woman liking the man?
Mhm.
Because these are two women in this movie, Megan and Graham, and not one is a man, who do you think likes the other person more?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Because at first I was like, oh, Graham likes Megan more. But I don't know. I think Megan actually like really liked Graham. So I think Megan liked Graham more. But I don't know.
I think I agree. I think Megan
Yeah.
liked her more because Megan, I mean, maybe Graham just had more to lose with like her trust fund and stuff, but like Megan was like ready to throw it all away for Graham.
Yeah, like she faced the same consequences. Like her parents
Yeah.
said she wouldn't have a home, and like she did it. So
Yeah.
yeah, Megan.
Yeah. Anyway, that was just a
I like
random
that
question.
Yeah. We should actually add that to our
I
list
know.
of
I was like,
questions.
that's a good one.
The answer will always be
Well-
the woman, though.
Yeah, from.
Oh, like in like rom-coms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Rachel.
Yes, thank you. This was fun. You
I
guys.
loved hearing your insights.
Oh, thank you.
Rachel's the best, and I love you, and thank you for coming on. And
I love you too. I
And
love
tell
your
us-
guys' podcast.
Tell us what other lesbian shows and movies we need to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, like give us a list so that we can keep watching them.
Melissa and I just watched wait, let me it's in it, there's no tragedy, you guys, and it's happy.
That's what
and
we
It's
need.
great. Oh, sorry. You can cut this out. Let me look to see what it's called. Well, the girl who plays Cersei in Game of Thrones. You guys haven't seen Game of Thrones? Hang on. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh, is it called Imagine Me and You?
Is it Imagine Me? No, because they're not both brides. Is it Imagine Me and You? I mean, I have seen
Because I literally like just pulled this one up because I was going to mention it, and I clicked on the second.
It is Imagine Me and You. I saw
Okay.
that on the Google thing, but yeah, so it's called Imagine Me and You. Basically, the short story is it's a girl who's getting married. She's like at her wedding, getting married to a man, and she meets the florist who is that actress who plays Cersei Lannister in Game of
Mhm.
Thrones, and they have like a connection, like a spark, and it's kind of her realizing that maybe she likes women, and she's finding this out on her wedding day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's Melissa and I watched it together, and it actually was really, really good because I remember I told Melissa, I said, that's exactly how I was when I saw you for the first time. Like, you can just see it in
Aw.
her eyes. I'm like, you just know something's different. And it's a really good, no tragedy, good ending, good rom-com. It's actually one of those movies, it's just like a rom-com. Like, it's a
Yeah.
normal rom-com, and it just so happens to be two women.
This is the
It
one
looks
that I was
really cute.
Yeah, I was going to recommend this one if we didn't do But I'm a Cheerleader, because I was doing research and this one looked really cute. And it's the other main girl, she's in like Cheaper by the Dozen and like
Mhm.
Coyote Ugly. Like, I know her. The guy is in Leap Year and I really like him. And then there's another guy that's like from Ted Lasso. So I
Mhm.
actually recognized a lot of the cast.
And unfortunately, though, it does have like, like what I hate is like, even like in The Notebook, it has like the cheating arc.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
So there definitely, I mean, she's obviously just got married
yeah.
and she's having this struggle, but it's really good. So
Yeah.
I would watch that. Imagine Me and You. The L Word, again, it's like that's a really good show. It's just a good TV show.
Okay, well, we'll watch it. We'll watch a couple of those recommendations then.
Imagine Me and You. That would be my
Yeah.
top recommendation. Very good movie.
I do want to watch that one.
Yeah. Well, thanks, y'all. Y'all, I am sniffing my pizza, so
Yeah.
I am ready
Go
to
eat your
feed
yums.
and beat her at Mario Kart.
Good luck.
Thank you. Love you both, and enjoy the rest of your potty cast. Oh, I
Okay.
don't know why I said potty. Oh my gosh. I always like abbreviate things, but I shouldn't abbreviate podcasts. Okay.
Love you.
Anyway. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed. No, just kidding.
We hope you enjoyed that segment from our lesbian liaison. No.
Yeah. Okay, well, now it's back to just me and Sydney. Thank you so much, Rachel, for coming on the podcast. And we hope you guys enjoyed hearing our discussion on But I'm a Cheerleader. If you haven't watched that movie, I would definitely recommend it. We had fun watching it. And now let's move on to our second movie of the episode, which is The Broken Hearts Club, a romantic comedy. As Sydney told us, that is the full official title. Sydney, why don't you kick us off? Tell us your sorry, let me back up. Plot synopsis for the movie. The thing is, this is a movie where nothing really happens. There's not really much of a plot. It's just about it's a friend group of gay men, and they're just going through life. Their dating life, their personal lives. Cindy, you inhaled like you were about to say something.
Somebody described it like in an article as that the writer thought like, what if Sex and the City was gay men and it took place in California instead of New York?
Oh, that's a really good way of putting it.
And yeah, it's like a really big friend groups and their different dynamics and their search for relationships and things like that. And I was like, oh, like I haven't watched a ton of Sex and the City, so I wasn't sure like how accurate it was, but I was like, oh, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, and like what I liked about it was overall it was an optimistic, happy movie. And at the time it was praised for that as well, for being focused on romance, acceptance, and family, as opposed to a lot of gay media at the time, which focused more on things like AIDS, coming out, and sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend it if you're looking for like a happy, feel-good queer movie to watch. Overall the vibes were pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually stumbled across this movie because of the love story episode that we did, because Carolyn Bessette dated a male actor named Michael Bergen, who I guess I stumbled upon his IMDb to see like what else he did besides like his modeling, and I saw that he was in this movie and was surprised to see that he was playing a gay character. And
Wait,
this
who
cast,
was he?
he's the actor.
That was
So
Michael Bergen?
so like one of the guy, I think his name is maybe Dean Cain in real life or something like that. He was the one in the friend group that was
that's
like,
who I thought you were talking about. I was
no,
like,
yeah.
that's not Michael Bergen.
No, it's like,
So the guy he like hooked up with,
yeah,
who was like his co-star. Okay.
mm-hmm. That's Michael Bergen.
That
So
probably doesn't make sense to anyone if you didn't watch the movie, but
he's in this
okay.
movie.
Yeah.
So weird connection with him is that he dated JFK Jr.'s wife. But
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I
crazy
just
to think about.
I know, right? But this cast is like kind of, I mean, some of them didn't go on to be as relevant, you know, but like for that time period, it's pretty star-studded. It's even got the bad guy in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes. Andrew Keegan, who plays Joey in 10 Things I Hate About You, he is, one of the main characters. His name is Kevin in this movie.
Yeah.
For context, 10 Things I Hate About You came out in 1999, and this movie, The Broken Hearts Club, came out in 2000.
So afterwards.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think. The only one that I know is gay in real life is
Billy Porter.
Yeah, Billy Porter, who I almost didn't recognize.
No, Billy Porter, I do not think I would have realized that was Billy Porter if I didn't look it up.
Yeah.
It looks very different. But yes, so he obviously is gay in real life, and then the only other actor in the movie who was also gay in real life was John Mahoney, and that is the older man, Jack. He's kind of like this father figure to this friend group.
And I think that they like put a romantic comedy like literally in the title. Did you read about this? Because like it was just like so rare to like genuinely just have like an upbeat, like happy, hopeful romance movie.
Yeah.
Starring or around
about gay men.
Yeah. So they like felt like they needed to put it in the title to really like drive the point home that like this this is a romantic comedy. It's,
I actually didn't read that. I also wonder if it had something to do with the movie poster because the movie poster is just like all men. Then they're like on in the movie they like play in a baseball league. So the movie poster is them just in their baseball uniforms. So it's like,
what kind of movie is this?
is it a baseball movie? Yeah.
You know what? Maybe they shouldn't have done it. And a bunch of men would have gone into the theaters to watch this movie
A
about
sports
what they thought
movie?
was a baseball team. That would have been funny. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Going back to the cast, this is the type of movie, maybe this is a me problem. But sometimes this happens to me when I'm watching a movie. It's like literally every single person in the movie looked familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked them up and I was like, oh, I've never seen them in anything else. I don't know why they looked familiar to me. Like Timothy, I don't even know how to say his last name. Oliphant.
Yes.
He plays Dennis. He looked so familiar to me. I haven't seen anything else he's in.
Okay, but I definitely felt the same exact way, and so now I'm confused. Like, do I not? Oh, I have seen a couple episodes of Santa Clarita Diet.
Is Timothy Oliphant in it?
He stars in it with Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
It's like it's a comedy and it's funny, but like they turn into vampires. It's like zombies? I don't know. Maybe zombies. It's very gory. And so I thought it was just going to be a funny comedy and it wasn't. He sort of like almost resembles Josh Duhamel though. Do you know who he is?
I can see that. Yeah.
Like they don't look alike. Once I see them like side by side, they look more different, but they resemble each other enough that maybe they're just like giving me similar vibes and I'm mixing up like
yeah, I see what you're saying. Then Zach Braff is in the movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with him, obviously. And then, okay, there was one character that the whole movie, like the running joke is that he's like the ugly one.
Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't even think he was that ugly. And he was another guy that I was like, he looks so familiar. His name was Ben Weber, maybe. He plays Patrick. Looked him up. He's barely been in anything.
Oh, but we also can't forget that Jennifer Coolidge made an appearance as a hairstylist, just like Legally Blonde.
So that's a little bit about the cast and who's in this movie. Sydney, what were your overall thoughts?
It wasn't bad. It, like Issa said, it was just sort of not plotless, but like there wasn't a lot happening, but that was kind of the whole point of it. That like it's like gay men can just be gay men living their lives. They're living ordinary lives, you know, they're dating, they're hanging out with their friends, and it was sort of like drama free. Well, I mean, there was a little bit of drama, you know, but it was uneventful intentionally. I watched But I'm a Cheerleader and this one like basically back to back this morning, and so it felt a lot less funny after watching But I'm a Cheerleader. For this one to be called like a romantic comedy, I felt like I wasn't laughing very much, you know, like I was with But I'm a Cheerleader. But they're definitely different types of comedies. But overall, I thought it was fine. It's just one that maybe I'd be like multitasking during. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need a snack or like a little craft or something like that. It's not one that I felt like I was totally locked into, but that overall I liked the message, you know. What did you think?
I liked it. I thought it was cute and fun. I could see if I was a gay man, maybe it would be like a comfort movie.
That's what I read like a lot on Reddit. Like that
really?
people were like, oh yeah, like probably older people if this came out in 2000, you know, but that like it was just kind of this like feel good, nice, easy comfort movie.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite tropes in books and media is found family. So I really liked that aspect of it. And I think I hadn't really thought about this until you brought up somebody comparing it to Sex and the City. But like, it had this ensemble cast of characters, and the movie, like we said, it's kind of plotless, but each character, they packed a lot in. Like, each character was going through something. It really could have been a good TV
That's
show,
true.
actually.
And it
Like, they could have. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, like, it was short too. Like, it was only an hour and a
Yeah, it was only
half,
like
and they
90
did a lot.
minutes.
Yeah.
But they could have, like, really dragged out some of those plot lines and fleshed them out. And yeah, it could be like a good, like, sitcom. Because I liked the characters. I thought they
I did
were
too.
charming and interesting and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, I kind of wish this was a TV show.
Well, and that's the thing that, like, kind of bugs me about these, like, reboots and revivals that they keep doing is, like, they're choosing things that were already very successful, already very beloved, and that don't really need to be improved upon in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Versus stuff like this, that it's like, hey, this is, like, a pretty good source material, but it's been almost 30 years, and we tried to cram a lot into this movie, and we could really, flesh this out and turn it into a whole world. Like, this is the kind of thing that I think could benefit from something like that. Not
Yeah, that's so true.
the ones they keep choosing,
Yeah. That's a really good point. Now I'm like, who do we go to make this a TV show for us?
Did you ever watch Will and Grace?
No.
I haven't, but I just, like, that show just popped into my head, and I'm curious, like, what dynamic that is, with it being a sitcom and about friends and things like that. Maybe I should watch it finally, because he's gay, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Have you heard of Will and Grace?
Yeah, but I don't know what it's about. Oh, yeah. Will, a gay lawyer. Grace, a straight interior designer. Jack, a flamboyant actor. Does that mean he's also gay?
Yeah, I think he is gay.
Flamboyant is the synonym for gay. And Karen, a wealthy socialite.
I think they use that because I've seen, like, little clips. He's like the lawyer's gay. This guy's gay, but he's got a very different personality. So, like,
Okay.
I don't think he's calling, like, that it's, like, a synonym for gay. They're just saying, like, he's flamboyant and gay.
But people, like, people just assume if you call someone flamboyant, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're gay.
Yeah.
We've been recording for so long. But no, like, I'd recommend the movie. It was cute. It was fun. One of my favorite parts was they said this at the beginning and then they said it again at the end. It was like I think it was Dennis, Timothy Oliphant. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Just doing a voiceover, and he was like, I don't remember when I realized I was gay, but I remember when I realized it was okay that I was gay, and it was when I met my friends.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I do have something else to say. Okay, something I was thinking about. Sydney's like, oh, I was hoping we could be done.
No.
Okay, so, like, the movie's about a group of gay friends, okay? They're all gay. If we haven't emphasized that enough. And they're, like, a really close-knit group. But I was thinking about that because, it's the age-old question. Can a straight man and a straight woman be just friends?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, dynamics must just be different in a group of gay friends, which makes sense because, like, especially if you're gay in, like, the year 2000, you need, like, a support system, and
Yeah.
you need people, and they can relate to each other, and blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, okay, but, like, can they be just friends?
No, that was literally one of my very first thoughts. Like, it showed the whole group of friends, and I was like, none of them are dating each other?
Yeah, yeah. Like, it
'Cause I
has
do
to get
think that
messy in gay
yeah,
friend groups.
yeah. Which I guess,
Mm.
like, they were dating some of the similar people,
Well,
like
and then, like, Kevin, Joey from 10 Things I Hate About You, he hooked up with someone in the friend group, and then they brought him into the friend group.
yeah, that was very nice and generous of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was, like, the very, very first thing I thought because I thought, like, if there was a friend group of boys and girls, 100% somebody would end up having a crush on somebody.
Yeah.
And or maybe even, like, date, break up, and then, like, kinda switch some people in the friend group and date and break
Right.
like, very Grey's Anatomy-esque, and this was
Yeah.
just like, no, they're just, like, all best friends. I think it was really cute, and, like, that quote that you, recited was that stood out to me too, and then I kinda forgot about it when we were starting this discussion, but I think that's, like was a really sweet moment and just goes to show, like, how far good friends can go, and even to segue that into, like, "But I'm a cheerleader," like, she didn't have those friends,
Mhm.
And, um, it just must be, like, a really I'm like, "It must be a really nice feeling," as if I've never as if I've never felt that way, but, like but specifically, like, being in their shoes, like you said, like, the early 2000s, you're an out gay male in a world that is very, not accepting and, um, how much comfort that would be bring to find your people,
Mhm.
And it's almost just as
Definitely.
much of a story about, like, that than it is about, the individual couple love stories that are happening.
Mhm. In conclusion, I think I would recommend both movies that we watched for this episode.
Yeah.
What did you rate But I'm a Cheerleader?
Um, if I'm saying, like, strictly, like, romance movies, I'd say 3.5. It's kinda like what I did with Crazy Stupid Love? But, like, as a comedy, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch a lot of movies that make me, like, laugh throughout the whole thing? And I did think that that one was really funny, so I'd even
Okay, so
give it a
what would you
4.
give? You would give it a 4 as a comedy.
Yeah.
What would you give The Broken Hearts Club?
Mm, maybe a 3. How
Yeah,
would you
I
rate it?
think I'd give it a 3. I gave But I'm a Cheerleader 3.5, and I do think I liked that one better than this one.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like it was nice. I wouldn't go back and, like, rewatch it a ton or, like, "Oh, I already wanna watch that again," or whatever? But I would recommend it.
A 3 to me is like, I would recommend it to specific people, and that
Yeah,
is how I
yeah,
feel about this movie.
yeah.
Like, I've just been, like, calling so many people out, but it's like, to anyone in my life that's homophobic, I would say go watch, like, Brokeback Mountain
Mhm.
and episode 5 of Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
But, like, to my gay friends, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, have you seen The Broken Hearts Club? You should watch it."
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's not going to, like, evoke some sort of, like, strong reaction or emotion in just anybody,
Yeah.
like some of the other ones could, but, like, it's feel good, it's nice, so well, go and watch it, and, happy Pride Month.
I know we're starting to drag. It'll be funny to listen back to this episode and, like, listen to our energy decrease as the night goes on.
Yeah.
But no, I'm super excited for June. I can't wait for all the new releases. It's fun to talk about new releases.
It's fun, but, also a little bit hard sometimes because the general reception for every new piece of media is, "Oh my gosh, I love it so much, I'm obsessed and it's perfect." And maybe I'm just a hater, but like I like some of them, you know, but like I haven't found an obsession yet. And so sometimes I feel like the odd man
Not
out.
since Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was a soapbox you wanted to go on. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
I got on it before when you brought up Heated
When?
Rivalry, right? Or was
Oh.
it about Oh,
No,
about
you
like
wanted to talk about how it bugs you, how, like, if you're not obsessed with something,
yeah.
you're, like, a hater?
Yeah, like, oh, you're not good enough, or like, you're not doing enough for women's media. And it's like, I'm sorry, I have some expectations. Like, I'm okay. I actually saw this really good TikTok about this. And, you know, at this point of the episode, I'm not even sure if anyone is still listening, but, they were talking about how a lot of movie companies all of a sudden release a bunch of things tailored to women because women are large consumers. They make back the money they need and then they stop making it for us. And it's
Mm.
like they just see us as easy prey. And I'm like, guys, we need to like raise the bar. Like I know I'm just like, oh, go out to every movie. And I think that's still true for movie theaters, okay? Like, yes, the movie theater is a different ballgame than the streaming movies, okay? But with all these movies coming to streaming, the movie companies are like objectifying women in a way of just like, oh, they're easy to please. They'll eat this up. Here, have this, give us our money. It's like they just expect us to take these mediocre or average or okay. Like, I'm not saying they're bad, but it's just like good enough. Take it. Why can't we like be given something that is critical acclaim quality? And I'm not going to back down from asking for it and for calling out when it's not enough, you know? I don't know. I'm just expecting more.
Oh, that was a really good soapbox. I think you should leave all of that in.
Sorry it was long. It was a long rant.
No, it was good. The overhyping just pisses me off because I just feel like I can't trust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like go into these shows and movies with like really high expectations. Well, not so much anymore because I've been burned one too many times, but it's like everybody raises my expectations and then I go in and I'm like, well, yeah, that was fine. And
Yeah.
then we seem like crazy haters and it's like, no, we're just normal. Maybe we're like too normal to ever be internet sensations that make money off of our podcast. That's how I
Apparently.
felt. Okay, again, who knows who's even listening at this point? It's so late and we're just like really spilling all the beans here. But like, there's this podcast that shall remain nameless, and the girls always post these like crazy reaction shots on their Instagram stories of them crying.
Mm-hmm.
And most recently, this girl posted this like really like her face is like bright red.
She's like sobbing.
But like, me and Sydney are not dramatic enough to post like a sobbing picture on our Instagram stories.
But what's funny is like we started this podcast because we were like, we are such big fangirls. If anyone's a fangirl, it's me and Issa.
But I guess we're not.
No, we are, but like for the right
But we're
media.
too normal.
No, like we just if it's good, it's good. And I'm gonna obsess over it. But if
Listen,
it's not, it's not.
if Sydney and I ever post a sobbing picture on the internet, just know we've gotten extremely desperate for what's the word? It's midnight. Engagement. That's the word.
I have posted a sobbing picture of me. And I actually thought that. I was like, I texted Issa
With
about
Hamnet?
this. No. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes. I did forget about that. Hamnet, yes. Go and watch that, everyone, if you want a good sob. But I was like, I've never felt that intense about anything. And then I was like, well, that was a lie. Most recently, it was Atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, and I haven't cried over a book in years. I don't know when the last time I cried over a book was. To be honest, it might have been when I read ACOTAR for the very first time. I think I got a little teary-eyed when, I can't say because it might be a spoiler, I don't know. But it was just like a little teary-eyed. I have thought something was broken in me because I haven't been crying in books. And Atmosphere made me cry bad. I had to like stop working and just like cry for 30 minutes during the last 30 minutes of that book. So
Oh, dang it. Now I'm scared to read it. But that's the thing, Sydney. Like, if Sydney's posting a crying picture on Instagram, you know it's serious because she doesn't do it all the time. I'm sorry, but like going back to this podcast that shall remain nameless, they post like a sobbing picture for everything they watch and everything they read. And it's like, okay, like, this is like the boy who cried wolf. Like, I'm just not buying it anymore. And you know what? Credit where credit's due. They have tens of thousands of Instagram followers, and Sydney and I have less than 900. So, like, no shade, no hate, peace and love. They're obviously doing something right. But
maybe we've gone through something in our life that's like hardened us, because that sounds like I don't think they're faking tears. Maybe, I don't know. But like, it must be exhausting
yeah.
if that's genuine to like live so emotionally vulnerable.
And so overly sensitive to everything.
Yeah, like I'd be so like, I'd be physically like tired and drained.
Yeah,
So I think
imagine the
I've
headaches.
built some, yeah, seriously. I've had to build some walls. So yeah, if we're crying, it's good.
The hardest I've cried since like middle school, as far as like media, consuming media and being a fangirl. The hardest I've cried, reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I cried pretty hard. And you know what else?
What?
Episode 5 of Heated Rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
It all comes back to Heated Rivalry. Go watch Heated Rivalry.
Yeah. And you know what? It's very fitting for our Pride Month episode that we have just raved about Heated Rivalry this whole time. And we'll close with our June wrap-up of when these things are coming out. Again, not our episode, but just when to start consuming all of this crap. Love Island Season 8 starts June 2nd, probably.
It's already started.
Office Romance. Oh, yeah. Office Romance comes out today, June 5th. Every Year After comes out June 10th. Voicemails for Isabel comes out June 19th. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. One thing every week. Turn on your TV, start recording. And nobody records anymore.
What? Yeah.
Turn on your TiVo. No, but you better get ready. And you better lock in, because you're gonna miss out on our fun and you're gonna have FOMO. And we're gonna spoil Love Island in every episode we talk about. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening. And we will see you guys next Friday. Bye.
Bye.